it's good to be here on a Friday, and I like this. But I'm keeping my Saturdays because Saturday is my thing. And my guest today, we get ready to do some major things, and you're gonna see that. So my show's about to go to a whole nother level because in 2023, I'm gonna go for. I don't really care about titles, but just because it's something to strive for and make me go harder. I'm about to get host of the year, and Marie gonna come up with a whole new thing. It's gonna be like creative director of No Static Radio of the year. Because my creative energy is through the roof, y'all. Like, I totally see God's plan. I totally have adjusted to retirement, and retirement is going well, except that um, if you didn't know, I definitely had to, and I can't see, but I think that's Stacy over there. Hey, Stacy, I can't see. I can't. One of my friends told me you got to start putting your glasses on and find a way to say hi and shout out to people when they comment. You need to be responding and all that. Let me tell y'all something. When Real Talk with Reese come in here, this is a show. I already have a plan, and my plan is not the plan. It's to go with the flow with whatever I got to say and my guests. But the way my camera's set up, I can't see all of that over there. But I can see that my partner Vibe tapped in. What up, Stacy? Hey, everybody that's on there right now. I appreciate y'all tuning in. It looked like CEO. What up, CEO? Um, Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. I wore yellow. I thought that I would, just I needed to bring some vibes. I woke up feeling good and refreshed, and I'm just excited about life. Although it has been a tough couple of weeks because I lost someone really near and dear to my heart. Shout out to the Swoop family. Shout out to Levita Swoop. Um, because that's one of the strongest women I know. That is the strongest woman I know so far. I mean it, and it's crazy because she like broke me down. I would think it was like last year when we were at Smoke Signals on a random night, and oh shoot, my guest is calling me, y'all. I gotta answer this. Hold on, hold on. Let me see. My guest is calling. Hello.
Hey, I'm running a little bit behind but I'm jumping on the highway heading downtown from Garfield Heights now.
Okay, well, I'm live, so you live right now talking, so But okay, whenever you get here, it's great. I'll see you when you get here.
All right,
Uh,
cool.
all right, all right, all right. That's just business. That's how I go. No, don't finish. Reconnect. So, oh, I see that. What up, B? Um, so listen, I looks like my guest is running late, and that's kind of cool. It's great because I had a few things I wanted to say. I had some housekeeping and had some things I wanted to discuss. So let's get into it. But yeah, I was saying that like a year ago, Levita had said to me and like had this major conversation with me about how I inspired her and if you know her, she is very she a boss, but she's very nonchalant, laid back type of woman, but she's super talented. She's an artist. She is a nail technician. She's super the bomb. But she's the Swoop family. If you know any of them, they have been in business forever. If y'all know Gourpay Mirror, if you know any of those, the dry cleaners, all, like on Buckeye, like their whole family is like the bomb. They do a lot of stuff in the community. Um, but and so it really had warmed my heart when she had told me that. But after seeing what she just went through and lost her son at 20, he's 25 years old, and how she kept moving and how she just grounded herself and tried to understand it all and kept, I would not, I'm gonna be honest, I'm like positive vibe queen. I do everything to uplift everybody. I know that's my purpose, and I truly know it because my purpose has been slapping me all over in my face, in my head. I had a lot of people are going through some things, and I've had some really hard coaching sessions for people who didn't want to live anymore. It's some kind of weird energy out here right now. And so I was like, oh my gosh, as soon as I retired, it was like boom, 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 boom. I was like, wait a minute, God, wait, hold
Like it was waiting on
no, for real. It was like, this is why I took that away from you, because you got stuff to do. And I'm like, okay, I got you. I'm going to do my job. But hold on for 1 second. But you know what? You can't hold on if it's your purpose. You got to live in it. But this lady, Levita, man, shout out to her because she got through it. And God bless her. But please pray for her. And then my uncle passed away. Shout out to Uncle Mitch. You got to go to Cincinnati. Funeral services on Tuesday. And like, send Carla Moore. If y'all know Carla, send her all in the Moore family, man. Send them all the love and the nasty natty. I will be there. I'm coming down there, and I'm gonna, wrap my arms around the whole family and just push through, because neither one of these, nobody was sick. It just happened out of the blue, and I think that's the hardest thing to adjust to. And it's just like, and I come in here and Marie tells me her best friend's mom passed away, and it wasn't planned. And so this is what I want to. That's my message. My message to you is life is not going to always be planned out. Things are going to happen. I did not plan to retire when I retired, but I retired and it was on time, and I see that now. Like, we don't know why things happen. We don't know what's going to be on the other side of that sadness, the other side of that grief. But we do know that it's part of your journey, and you can't give up. You have to push through so you can see the glory of what is going on. Mm-hmm. And then be there for people, man. Y'all got to start being there for people. I got to say this. I didn't ask anybody for anything the whole time, when I retired. Because if y'all know how retires and pensions go, they don't even give you your money and stuff like that for a couple of months, right? I ain't asked nobody for nothing because I'm a natural born hustler. Like, I do not believe, and I'm going to say this to everybody out there that be like, I ain't got no money, I can't do this. I'm not saying that people are not struggling, but there's no reason for you not to be able to get through something. Financially, you can. First of all, it could be hard. Get your butt up and find, it's money out there. Mm-hmm. Like, get up. If you got an Uber, let me tell you, like, I was like, you know what? I got a new transportation service. You got to think of stuff in your head of how you want to do that, how you going to make it through. But it's out there if you make the mindset. Things will come to you. I'm not making it up. I did some hosting. I had cash apps. I had people ask me to do consulting work and stuff that never asked me to do these things before. I had people literally call me up and say, here, they didn't even know what was going on, but here's this payment. I want you to, manage my business and help me get to the next level. And different things are just started coming through because I kept an open mind. I did not roll around on the floor and be like, how am I going to get there? I just realized I got to figure it out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And don't think that I didn't shed a tear. Don't think I wasn't sad. I was definitely sad with the deaths. I was definitely sad with the death of my old career. But besides that happening, I still kept this thing inside that says, so keep moving. Like, if not you, who else? It's always something going to happen to somebody, so we got to not stop. We can't do the woe is me. But with that said, what I have realized too, though, is that I had got away from my core values and my self a little. I can admit that. I think I had a girls gone wild moment after my divorce, which was fine, and I would not change it. It was like I was finding myself. I was figuring out who I am and what I like and who I like and what I want in my life, and that was fine. But all these things have aligned me to back to myself and back to my purpose, and it made me realize you don't have time to play. You got to you got to serve your purpose. There are people in this world that need what you have, and I know that what God has given me inside in the universe is something special because so many people need it. Like you gotta want. I literally wake up in the morning and I'm thinking, how am I going to get to the next day, get to the next level? And so one of the things that I have made, a new thing that I'm saying when I get up, and I would like for all of you to try it, is what are you going to do tomorrow that will make a difference? What are you going to do tomorrow that's going to make a difference? Because you got to plan tomorrow out today. Start planning what you're going to do today for tomorrow, and how is that going to make a difference? How's that going to make a difference in your life? How's that going to make a difference in the world? Because it takes all of us to change this energy. We all had the ability. People like Marie that understand energy and understand God and understand the universe, like-minded people, we have to come together, and together we can fight against this negative energy that is out there. But we got to understand that it's us. We get caught up in thinking that you could do something by yourself. You cannot. This world is not set up for that. Like, you have to get together. Your destiny. This is something that I realized. Your destiny is too big to do it yourself. Like, you can't do everything alone. You got to get with like-minded people and really get together, and then that's what God has for you. You can't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
So He has to align you, and He does. You got to pay attention who's in your life, and then you got to take time to reevaluate that and let go of some of the things that are not for you. You don't have to stop being friends with people. You just can't be around them all the time. And I have really, and I know some people feel the difference and feel that, and everybody is feeling it when it comes to me right now, but it's not personal. I'm just realigning myself with me. And I decided that after my birthday, because it's about to be Virgo season, it's already my birthday, okay? My birthday is August 29th. I celebrate through Labor Day. It's my birthday today, so I say happy birthday to me. And every day, and I haven't even been on it, so that's how y'all know my energy is not where it's supposed to be. Because I usually be posting, happy birthday, it's my birthday, I'm talking about, I haven't even been doing all of that because I've been trying to get together. But what I came up with and what I realized I need to do is right after Labor Day, that week I'm going to go away to a retreat for 14 days. And I'm going there where it just helps you mind, body, and soul. So you work out, you meditate, you do yoga, and you do a lot of journaling. And it's 14 days away from everybody. I think I'm picking the one in Tennessee. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I definitely want to go because I have to reground myself and realign myself with me. And sometimes you gotta silence everything around you. Your kids, your mama, your daddy, your man, your everything. Sometimes you gotta get away from everything to reset yourself, and it's okay. And I think that's what a lot of people are missing. Uh, so right now, that's what I'm going through. So all of y'all that's like, oh, she acting funny or she acting different. I'm not. I love y'all. I am just really getting into me, and I'm doing that because I'm trying to help y'all. I can't help the world. I can't live in my purpose if I have not completely quieted the noise so that I can be 1,000% zeroed in on what I'm getting ready to do. And what I'm getting ready to do is take over the world. The entire world is about to be taken over, and I'm doing that by, you know, revamping my candle business, putting it all over the world. I am doing that with my speaking, getting back on my speaking tours. I have a new book that I'm working on, and I have 2 films that I am in the process of writing. And Marie gonna be helping me with. She doesn't know, but she know now. I'm really serious about that.
Okay.
And so, because the message needs to be out, and where do people really frequent where they'll actually be able to get this information, take it in and listen, is social media. They watch movies all day. They'll be on TV all day or Netflix or whatever. So me talking to God and really listening to what He's saying to me is He's putting me in those places where I can really reach people and help them fulfill their purpose. Because if everybody is purpose driven, can y'all imagine how super awesome this world would be? It would be off the chain. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about this alignment with our culture. One for the culture, y'all. Yes, I got me a chair. I got me a folding chair.
I know that's
Marie
right.
got one over there.
Yes.
Shout out to the folding chair and this bud. Like, y'all, that was a trip. But it was so much. They said that Marlon Wayans was on there talking about. Did you hear what he said?
My boy said some stupid stuff.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. He need to shut up. He be around too many.
Yeah, like he talking about we need to stop the violence and all that. Let me tell y'all something. I am a champion for praying for the world. I am really about peace. I would love to have a conversation and we have peace. But the reality is, y'all not about to be jumping my uncles and my cousins and think that y'all gonna get away with it. And everybody was like, it was too much. It's always gonna be too much. You know, sometimes y'all drilling and get the pumping, but when it wasn't too much, when 5 of them just jumped this man, and then we came and attacked. What y'all gonna know is, you mess with our uncles, we coming for you. But I we got to look at, like, it brought humor to the world. Like, what it really did is everybody's kind of laughing. Everybody is kind of like feeling like they are coming together. And it made us say, the statement was, we got to stop trying to be so, oh, we need to have peace. Where is that getting us? Where has holding hands, walking across the street, talking about we gonna overcome? Where did that get us? No, what it did is say that we're gonna sit down and take bull crap, and they're going to continue to treat us this way. I do not promote violence, but I also promote taking up for yourself, and I've always been. I was raised by OG. I'm sorry, that's what my daddy taught me. And for myself and for my kids, for everybody, for the world, for you. I don't care, black, white, or other. You got to stand up for yourself, and it showed what this culture and what the world is really about. Like, you think that you was just going, the way he kicked him like that, like. He just, like, he was nothing, you gonna just, I can't tell you what to do because you beneath me. He gonna learn today. He learned today.
For
and
real.
You know what I'm saying?
The fact that he thought it was okay, knowing you were in the wrong.
You were dead wrong. He's just doing his job. But it was a wake-up call for them to think that you could just keep on doing whatever. You're gonna catch these hands, and you're gonna have to pay for that. And yes, it got out of hand, but that's just, hey, look. What did you think was going to happen? We tired of being disrespected. We tired of our culture being disrespected. We tired of you putting your arm on our neck and killing us in public. We tired of you talking about, stand your ground just so you can shoot us and then we lose our life because somebody is taking us. We are not our ancestors. Because you know why? And I tell this to my kids, and I mean this. This should be everybody's in your family. How you should elevate is, you supposed to move. We gotta elevate. You move to the next level. You become better. You think better. You get better. And so, like, my kids, and I was supposed to be better than my mother, which is hard because my mother's super awesome. But I had to elevate myself to be better than her. My kids, I'm making it hard for them. I'm not about to let them have to live and exceed my expectations easily. So I'm trying to set my standards high. So now they gotta set their standards high. Well, that's what our culture has to do. Yep. We can't just be like, oh, we look how we look. Yes, look how we look. Dumb. Taking it. We can't keep sitting there doing that and not standing up for ourselves. And to me, if you get away from the BS and you look at the overall message the message was, it showed unity. It showed us coming together. It showed us that I don't care who you are, we are one as a culture, and we will take up for each other. And we should take that energy and put it into our culture and put it into our stores and put it into our businesses. We take that mentality and support each other in business and support each other in all of our endeavors. That's what we should be talking about. Like, hey y'all, while y'all doing all these videos, in there, put a couple sentences about, let's take this and use that with supporting our black businesses. Like, go hard for you buy something from me and I buy something from you. The same way we went and took up for each other. Stop getting so caught up in, oh, it was violent and no, look, we ain't playing no more. We got to take up for ourselves. And to me, it was beautiful. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was a great moment. Because I would want somebody to help my daddy. My daddy out there getting jumped. Man. Like, for real. And that's the other thing, we creative. So we use any means necessary. If that's what he used was the chair. Okay. That's what he used. Okay. But the little boy that swam over
the creator of the folding chair, Nathaniel Jackson, and to the what did they do? They made improvements to the chair. Purdy and Sadwagar. I gotta say his name right. Shout out to the brothers though.
Shout out to the brothers that actually created the folding chair, y'all. So that's how we gotta think. Did y'all even know that? Did y'all know that it was a black man that created the folding chair? So we had every right to use that, okay? Speaking about shout out to She's Obsessed with Bling for my cup. Always got me right. But that's just another thing. Like, we gotta stop, we gotta start standing up for ourselves. And then as far as you elevating yourself and elevating to the next level, I gotta tell y'all a little secret here. Stop letting broken people break you. Y'all got a lot of people in y'all life that y'all taking advice from, that you follow and this and that. They broken, and you taking advice from broken people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We got to stop doing that. Like, pay attention to who you're going to for advice. Pay attention to who's in your circle, because your circle is everything, y'all. And you never want to be the smartest person in the group. So you really got to really, really, really reevaluate that. And you got to start out with having a plan. Um, my guest today, if y'all notice, I had Ray Mail on here. I had Lee Johnson in here filming. And I have Latif in here, and his son is King Teeth. Um, if y'all see where I'm going with this, I'm working on some movie projects and some films and developing some things. And I want to showcase the talent in Cleveland. And everybody that come in here, I just want y'all to know, like, No Static Radio, there's a lot of depth to No Static Radio. Every time somebody come in here, they know Marie. Marie is the CEO. If y'all didn't know that, is a black woman that runs this radio station, which is phenomenal, which is something that is energy for me, because I'm a black woman. And it's awesome to see, what she does. She definitely runs and puts this together. But every time I have a guest in here, they know her, they respect her. They're like, oh my gosh, they see her, and so that's what I want to surround myself with. People that are about their agenda. And my guest is definitely working on a lot of projects. We're going to talk about that when he gets here. And everybody that I'm associating with myself, like, I am really revamping and realigning uh, my circle, and really getting to the core of me. I'm not saying that I was lost from it. I was just saying I was having fun, having some moments, and all of that matters. Everything is part of your journey. Everything that I did, I love everything that I have been doing, but it's time to go to the next level, and that's getting ready to happen. But I definitely want to say there's some events that are coming up. Milan, hey Milan the artist, she is so gosh darn talented. I will not stop until I get that girl big as
She is out here
Beyonce.
doing it.
She is so phenomenal in the way that her work ethic is unmatched. Her work ethic is unmatched, and she don't even she not toxic, and it's okay. Everybody got something going on in their life, but that girl, she keeps it moving. She is phenomenal, and I got some big things coming in store for her. The Milan experience, the Milan the artist experience, is going to come out with the band, and it's going to be super, super next level. CJ, I'm not able to talk about the stuff that CJ Star has coming out, because we have some contractual things going on that until it can be announced. But she's got some really big stuff coming up, and it's about to be super awesome. Shout out to Dennis Cash too. He got some things coming up uh, that he's working with her. She just got producer credit on a couple of things that are going to be on Tubi and Netflix. So great job, CJ Star. And then we got Black Swan, whose book is coming out. I'm putting out, but also, oh, you know what? I'm not even going to mention. Well, I'll just say I have a new client. He is amazing, and I said I wasn't taking no more clients. Some kind of way he found his way and funneled his way and tricked me into this, but I took him on because Donnie is a mess in a positive way. Meaning, he is one of those men that says what needs to be said in our culture. A lot of people can't handle him because he's so raw and uncut. But he's gonna have a show coming out, and he is really major in the cigar world. He travels all over Vegas, all the different shows. He is a big time businessman, but he has some great stuff. So my new client Donnie is coming out, and it's going. You know what? Let me see something. Let me just go back. Did I have it in here? It is. What was it? Silky Situations. That is going to be one of the titles of the show. It's like silky because he's so smooth. He real bougie. He real bougie. He's a bougie black man, okay? He's real black, but he real bougie. And his whole purpose is just getting back to them Stacey Adams, the way that yes, the way that our culture. If you think about it, back in the day, our dads, our grandfathers, they even when they went to the store, or whatever, they was dressed up. Yes. They went out when they walked out the door. They was clean. You go to the movies. You go to the movies. Yes. They put on a nice little sweater, some pants, and they had on their little Stacey Adams. And we have lost that in our culture. Yes. So he's like, let's get back to that where we showed a lot of self-respect just by the way we walked out the door. You know what I mean? So that's what his show is going to be a lot about getting back to our culture, getting back to our foundation of who we are and what we are. And so
what we represented, we showed them.
Okay, we showed them, and they taking over our stuff. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I got some great big things coming up, and I feel really good. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders after I understood why I was happy. Like, you have a weight on you, and a lot of times we just sit there and the weight just sit there and we're like, oh, it's heavy. Oh. But then when you take the time to just push the weight up off of you and figure out why it was there, you're like, oh, I feel better, I feel lighter, I feel good, because everything is part of your journey, y'all. And I really just want people to understand that, like, you got to figure out, because time is short. Like, we got to be honest. Like, think about all the things that are going on in this world. If everybody sit here right now and think they know two people that got either lost somebody, somebody's sick, or they're going through something really major, right? But you also know some people on the other side that are doing really well, that are striving, and you see them growing and doing different things. We gotta see that life is too short. You don't know. Tomorrow is not promised. You gotta live for today, and you gotta get busy, man. Get busy on your life. Get busy on the things that make you happy. Yes. Like, you gotta figure, what is it? What is it that make y'all happy? Y'all really take some time out and just really think about what is it that makes you happy. You know, and then you got somebody. I had a friend that I kept telling this individual. I said, don't let the pain and misery hold you back, because you got energy drainers. And once you get the energy drainers out your life, I promise that the good energy is going to flow in. And this particular client had someone that called and argued with her every day, and just every day you crying in the morning, then you happy at night, then you crying again by the end of the night, and every day. So you were losing yourself, losing your creativity. And I was like, if you let that go, because you can love somebody so much, y'all. And this could be a friend, it could be a mother, it could be your man, your woman. It could be your woman. Because men go through stuff too. It's like this thing where people think it's just women. I know a lot of men that go through a lot of heartbreak just as much as women. And this is the thing. You gotta let it go if you love yourself. As soon as she finally let it go, she has had every day, it seemed like something positive has come into her life. New gigs, new things, a lot of great stuff. So I'm telling you that you gotta life is short. You gotta get people out of your life so that the right people can flow in. That's it. Sure. Because we can't do it by ourselves. You cannot do it by yourself. You gotta let go of that, and you gotta be able to just understand why you're here. Do you know what your purpose is? Do you know? Do you know? And are you doing breathing exercises? You gotta do that. Let me check. I gotta check something real quick, y'all. Hold on. I gotta check something out. There's not no name on the building, is it? I don't know.
No, You're trying to find we across from Channel 5 in the Midtown building.
But yeah, so anyway, bottom line is get get to who you supposed to be. What up, industry energy? What's up, Mike? Another phenomenal person I'm working with. Super awesome. Um, yeah, y'all gotta get to what's up, and I don't care what it is. Like, if what makes you happy is to listen to music all day, what makes you happy is to have great sex, if it makes you happy to go roller skating, whatever it is, if you go bowling, shoot pool, find get your outlet that makes you able to enjoy yourself and be happy, and then live in that, and then have a goal, have a plan. Everything starts with a plan. That's what people have to understand. You have to have a plan, and your plan. If you don't have a plan for your day, it's just gonna flow all over the place. Do y'all understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to have a plan for your day. And I learned this, and it's crazy because since I have retired, I used to have, before that, I would have a list of 5, 10 things I only a day. And sometimes I got through all of it. I don't do that anymore. I got 2 things on my list a day, and those 2 things I'm going to accomplish, and anything extra is cool. But I'm only going to put minimum things so that I can do really great with that. So if your list doesn't have to be, when I say make a list, it doesn't mean you have to have 5,000 things on your list. Just put at least one thing that you want to accomplish that day, and then move on. And each day, take your time to get it done. But you have to have a plan, and so that you can move forward. Baby steps, little things. Each thing helps you get to where you want to be. But you have to think like that. Like you really, 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 really do. And I know that even like just thinking about what's going on, like you talking about maybe possibly relocating. That's a plan, right? You're thinking about moving, possibly next level. Just it's just a plan. You see if it works, you see if it doesn't work. I got a friend that all of a sudden has to move because and they live in a really really nice area, but their building, their apartment building, they just sent them all a new email and said we're not renewing any of these leases.
Wow.
Yes, and you know I'm hearing that more and more. Wow. But what I think is because it's this really nice area, like Coventry area, that
they're on that bull crap.
Yeah, they try to get everybody out, and then they're gonna about to up the rent a whole lot for you to move back in. That's what I think. But whatever reason is, what I was trying to tell my friend is, don't get upset. Just understand that there's something new for you out here. Like things like that just don't happen. When stuff like abruptly happens, right. It's abruptly happening because sometimes that's how God and the universe got to get you moving. There's something better for you, something greater that's going to happen. Don't get caught up in the mess. Just figure out how you're going to address the mess. Okay? You get it? I just came up with that. I like that. Don't get caught up in the mess. Just figure out how you're going to address it. Y'all know I'm a real rapper, right? Sweet Tea in the building. I think my guest is about to join us in a second. And we're gonna really get down and talk about it. We got some. If anybody has any questions or you want to call in, I know it's different. I'm here on a Friday, but if you on your lunch break, are you off today? Because it's a really nice day. It's beautiful. Y'all better catch these positive vibes they got out there today. Because tomorrow's supposed to be a thunderstorm, and I hope it isn't because a good friend of mine is in a motorcycle competition thing tomorrow at Southeast. And it's a big thing. People coming from everywhere to that. And it's supposed to thunderstorm. I'm gonna try to do a rain dance for you, okay, friend? And so I can help you. I'm gonna do a little, see what I can do. You know, I do have a little power, so. But I'm hoping that rain stay away. But I'm telling y'all, get out there in this good weather. Y'all, if you don't know what grounding is, like take your shoes off. I know, like I'm a real clean, meticulous type of person, but it's something about taking your shoes off and letting your feet touch the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Like get in that grass and walk around. Go down to the lake and be by the water and walk around in that grass, y'all, and just ground yourself. Become one with nature. Nature is like healing. A lot of people don't understand that, and I know y'all be laughing at me when I say that, but it's real. Like being one with nature is so healing.
Go let some sand get in between the toes too.
Yes,
They take good care of the sand. Now.
Yes, yes. Get that sand between them toes. It feels good, like it really does. It lets you just connect. You think that the earth was created for nothing? Like all of this here, nature, eating healthier foods and clean foods, all of that works with your mind, body, and soul, and it really does help you clear out some of your toxic and low vibrations.
Yes.
So I know I got to do better. I say it every time. I'm gonna really, when I come back from Cincinnati, y'all, I am going to for real get a little bit tighter with trying to eat better. But I've been doing a lot better um, as far as my food choices. I definitely don't have the starches on the side. Meaning, if I do get the wings, I'm not getting the fries. Okay. It's small things. It's the little things that allow you to make little bitty positive changes. So you gotta tap into it, and you just gotta don't make yourself have so much pressure on yourself. Just be okay with where you're at, and just wake up each day. What did I tell y'all? What are you gonna do tomorrow that will make a difference? Think about it. What are you gonna do tomorrow that's gonna make a difference in your life? Maybe you need to go get a pedicure. Maybe you need to do some self-care. Maybe you need to clean your house because you clean that clutter up.
Okay,
you clean that clutter, it
baby.
really definitely makes a difference in your life. Okay, people don't
House
understand.
clutter will stress you out.
House clutter, because you got to think about it. It's what you see and visualize. Come on in. What you see and visualize. If you wake up, the first thing you see is clutter all over the place. You are already starting your day a mess. What's up?
What's going on?
Hey.
Okay.
Do it for the ancestors, okay? He just tapped right into what we've been talking about.
Just tap right perfect timing. Hey. What's going on?
Oh, nothing, just on the show doing a little something.
I got a little operation over here. I think it's my first time.
Is this your first time in Static?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got the owner over here, Marie.
Yeah,
I know you know Marie. Everybody
twice since your buzz with me.
Yeah.
Okay, I told y'all every time Marie come in, somebody come in, they already know Marie. But I'm glad to have you here with us. Happy Friday.
Well, happy
You was
Friday.
busy today?
I try to stay busy. If you're busy, then something's coming your way.
I feel you on that. Hey, that's that energy stuff. You put it out, you're getting it back.
Yeah.
So I got you a little gift.
Got me a little gift.
Yes.
You're good on the gift side.
I am. I'm a giver.
You're
I'm a giver.
gifter.
Yes, I'm a gifter. I like to receive gifts too, just so y'all know out here in these streets. Okay.
She likes to give, but she likes to receive.
Yes,
okay.
yes. It got to be a two-way street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes life better. You give, you receive. Okay. But we'll talk about that on another show. So anyway, what's up with you, Latif?
Oh man, I'm just happy to be here. I don't do a lot of interviews, so I was just like,
Hey, you don't do a lot of interviews, but this man is.
I interview people, but I don't do a lot of
right,
interviews.
because you're always behind the scenes.
Right.
So let's talk about that. Like, what made you? How long have you even been in the media, and what made you start doing media? How'd you get into this?
Well, all right. The short story, I got into more of the media side of entertainment. Really due to COVID.
Okay.
I always been in the video, like whether it was, videotaping my kids doing something, or, dance studio, or football games, or whatever was going on, I would always have a camera either taking pictures or video. But when COVID came, then it kind of took us into that virtual world. So I got into live streaming, started working with funeral homes, churches, and other businesses that needed virtual assistance. Because it wasn't a lot of in person for a lot of time. So, I got into that seriously. probably like 2020, 2019, 2020. And then from there, it just kind of took me into, working with my son's platform,
Shout out to King Tiff.
the King Teeth Network, so that kind of got birthed through a platform.
We out here doing this thing.
Yeah, we had started together doing his show. It was called Couch Talk. So we were, his, like if you look on his YouTube page, a lot of his beginning interviews, was a show called Couch Talk. So, I used to film him, doing that. So then I started getting more into video recording, interviewing people, people's events and things of that nature. So on the media side, I'd say professionally it's been about 3 years plus, but then I've always been in entertainment, over 20, 25 years doing that.
Yeah, you did tell me that you used to be like in the management side. And were you like an artist yourself?
Hey, I was an artist like way back in the day when I was going to Kent State. I had a group called the School of Thought.
Oh, I like that name. That sounds like that was all like a conscious rapper.
Yeah. It was all like, coming up like the leaders of the new school and,
That's what's
brand new beings, a Tribe Called Quest was kind of fitted to that. It was me, which my rap name was True Knowledge, so that's why my nickname just became True. So it was True Knowledge. It was my
I'm
man. Yeah. So it was MC Squared, which is my man Byron. The DJ, his name was. It was actually my college roommate Rynell, but they call him Baby Paul. Then he started being called Mr. Paul, and then another friend of mine, SB, but he recently passed away about a year ago. So it was us four. And we used to rap, we used to do the little college talent shows. We actually got into a contest on the west side of Cleveland where before Bone was Bone Thugs and Harmony, they was Bone Enterprise. We was in the same contest that they were.
Oh, wow. That is a great story.
Yeah, we was in the same contest with Bone Enterprise, because Kermit used to, work with him. He was the owner of a record store, Dolls Rapper Creation. So he had them, and they were named Bone Enterprise. And this was, pre-Eazy-E, pre-Bone Thugs. And we was right on the stage, battling for whatever that prize was.
That is what's up. That is a great story.
I think the club was called Euphoria.
Yeah.
Because it was another club called the Europa, which I promoted at, and there was like two different clubs, but I believe the club was named Euphoria, and it was on the west side. It was in the early 90s.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I did not know that. He got a lot of depth to him, but I always see that, like, you have this, like, cool, calm demeanor, but you could tell that you had this energy that, like, I'm the man, like, I'm him, I'm that guy. So,
yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I don't try to, I don't be trying to, like, oh, look at me. I'd rather people not look at me so I can not be distracted and get work done and just make moves and, just, fit into the general population. Sometimes you don't want to be, like the guy that, oh, yeah, look at him. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to be the guy that's, moving and bobbing and weaving and just, making things happen, and then sometimes you got to come out front and let people know who you are, but sometimes, at least in my perspective, I like being behind the scenes. I like just working, I like to be able to just, fit in any situation.
That's what's up. So you went from conscious rapper, and then now you behind the scenes filming the rappers and everything. Yeah. I saw you you work with Freedom Papers. How did that come about?
Oh yeah, that's a great story right there. Shout out to my man Davey.
Yeah, what's up, Davey? He's very talented.
Now, I never even know that Davey was singing, but I knew him from he was a basketball trainer, and he used to train.
I didn't know that. Really?
He used to train my son when he was in high school for basketball.
Shut up! I did not know that.
And I used to be like, cause I used to love playing basketball, and that was like the only thing that really motivated me to work out or whatever, lose weight and stuff like that. So, when he was going to the trainings, I was in there, trying to do the drills, shooting balls up and everything like that. So, as that time progressed and, kind of fell off from the, basketball scene, but I would always run into him. We always used to, dap each other up, say what's up. Then I just started seeing them in these, like, kind of music clips and different things. And then, finally, when we hooked up, he was like, yeah, I sing. I was like, you sing? When did this happen? When did this happen? So he just kind of told me his whole kind of evolution. Um, they went over to Dubai.
Yes, that was big.
Yeah, they went over to Dubai. And he said he went on his like own dime and did something for a wedding for a friend of his, and then he wound up singing at the wedding, and then that turned in him to him getting booked out there for a festival, and then
That's
we did.
Do
We
y'all
did
hear
an event
that?
together
The journey, I tell y'all.
in January. We did something at Platinum 13, and then ever since I kind of found out, like I think it was like really 2022, so it probably hasn't been over a year or maybe a little bit longer than a year that I've known. So ever since then, I think when they came back, because actually one of my business partners went over there to film him, and then I was like, yeah, I know Davey, you know what I'm saying? So once they kind of got back, then me and him just been hitting the ground running. I'm gonna be in his new video, Good Love, coming soon. So I'm like, we got a big video coming out. We got some events planned. So Davey, he the truth on the singing side. I can't even front.
He is really talented.
And he got that demeanor to work with people, and handle his business at the same time.
Did a radio interview with him and Tim and over at the station on Kinsman. I can't think of it right now.
WOVU?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I did, and that's how I first met him. And then after that, just kind of followed each other and just shout each other out. But he's really talented. Really talented.
Yeah.
So you work with some really good people. So what is your goal though? Like, what is it that you really want to do? Where do you want to see yourself? If you can say, I don't like to do 5 years. Life is too short. So in the next 2 years, like, where do you want to elevate to in your career?
I always think about that because you sometimes at least my problems is you get into so much stuff that you don't really set the goals that you need for those particular industries or those particular ventures. But since you made me think of that right now, I definitely want to get more into content. I've always had that thought in my head that I wanted to really get into television.
Okay, I can see you doing that.
Producing a television show or taking a possible, web series or some content and getting it to the point where television or cable or some kind of streaming platform would like it. So, producing content is one goal. Getting more out there with my video services, working with organizations. Like every business, every organization needs some type of content or visuals to promote themselves. So, I'm a promoter at heart. So if it's something that can promote somebody's business, if it's something that can promote my business, which that's a good collaboration. So I want to do more video, working with more organizations, and I got a couple other little side businesses that I want to develop, and possibly some kind of online platform that could take off. So I got a couple goals in mind. I'm gonna zone in on whatever I feel in 2024. Whatever I feel is that's gonna really help me take off and help other branches of my business or my personality take off, I'm gonna just zone in on that for 2024. Make that into whatever I can make it into, and then from there, really start building a team. Like even coming to you, is just really on team building too.
Absolutely.
Because I've always been like a loner and trying to do everything yourself, and you just hit that ceiling every time you try to do everything yourself.
That was actually, I know you were on your way here, but that was one of the main things I talked about. That like your destiny is too big to do it alone. Like what God sees for you and your talent and your purpose is too big for you to do it by yourself. So you have to really take time to align yourself with people that can work together. But it's important to align with like-minded people. Like I have really learned that, and I know you see it. People is talkers. They just like, I want to work with you. I want to work with you. You be like, okay, but I'm really serious about it. How you doing? And so, but you can't do it by yourself. And I'm sure you learned that.
Yeah.
Like I'm an only child, so I had an only child syndrome. So it took me a while to understand um, that you can't just that I couldn't do it by myself because I mean I get more done by myself. People distract me, but you really can't. Like you gotta really work with people that
you can't really go to that next level trying to do it all yourself. You gotta be able to work with people. You gotta be able to empower people so you can be able to do the next task that's gonna bring your whole team up. And I've done like some of the stuff that I've done. I can't believe that I've done a lot of this stuff on my own with the help of my family and some friends and people here and there. Not really having like a fully developed team. You do this, you do this. It was just like, okay, I know I'm gonna need help because I can't do all these positions myself. So let me get this person. Let me get my daughter. Let me get this person to help or whoever to stand in, and you kind of make up a team. So no matter what you do, you're gonna need a team or you're gonna need people. So God is it. Yeah, for sure. God has been sending people my way, but sometimes you still be hard headed. You don't tap in, or you let that contact die without you really solidifying it. And I just was like, nah, I just really gotta wake up to getting the team. Because sometimes you don't trust people, and I've been done, dirty on some occasions in business. But you can't let that bother you or discourage you from finding those right people, because those right people are out there.
they are. And then a lot of times when you do have those moments where somebody did not do you right or feel their obligation, it's growth. Now you know how to approach it the next time. That's what I've learned. Like, okay, maybe I need to do a contract, or maybe I need to be detailed and say, this is what my expectations are. That's what I definitely have learned working with people, that we have clear expectations because when you think they automatically know, a lot of times they don't. So you got to really tell people what you want and how you want it. So
And you're right, because a lot of times you think like people know what's in your head and they really don't. And sometimes you think people, oh, they know the business or they know how to do this, and they really don't, or they really don't know how you operate. So you kind of have to, explain it or have some sort of process or order that you train that person in, or you fill that person out. So then it doesn't be any misunderstanding, because you can have a good person, but then you can mess up and not really be detailed enough or be able to explain what you want them to do, and then it becomes a bad fit where it should have been a good fit.
absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, it's a live and learn world out here, especially in the industry that we're in the media world. First of all, it's a lot of money out here.
Right.
A lot of people, and it's a lot of talent in Cleveland. Have you noticed that? It's a lot of talented people in Cleveland. I've come into contact with so many people. It's a lot of talent, and I wish and I hope, and my prayer for Cleveland is that we work together better. because you see the cities like Atlanta and Detroit and different places where they tend to come together and push each other to the next level. And they all look at each other like, if you win and you from Atlanta, we all win because we Atlanta. Where in Cleveland, we kind of be like, I'm going to go away. It's not that. It's too much competition. And so I feel like it's getting a little better, but if Cleveland really utilizes each other and work together, man, it could be on the map on a much larger scale because it's a lot of talent here. A lot.
Yeah, because like you said, one of my things I would say early 2000, 2010, I was really into that music game. You know, I was trying to be the next Cash Money Records or the next No Limit or the next whoever, you know, independent company. And I think that those artists, you know, shout out to, I used to work with ABM Officials, was one of my artists. 6'1", who was like a producer slash artist. A girl named Skittles, Miss Skittles, who's down in Atlanta. She's doing big things.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Professional kind of business development, helping people, you know, develop their business. Gambino.
Miss Skittles she is killing the game right now.
She didn't blew up.
She really did. And what I liked about her, and we actually did spoke for the same women's empowerment thing, and she talked about her story about being a rapper and kind of like at one point being homeless, and then she took that. That's why I say a lot of times you can get in the industry and you start at one place and you end somewhere else. Like you started rapping, now you kind of more moving to content and media. But if it's in you and it's your purpose, you'll still be in that arena. Now she growing up doing her women's empowerment and helping people start business on a hush. Girl got making big time money and really has a passion for helping people because she knows where she came from. So shout out, but you know, you work with some really great people.
Yeah, because you know, when I met her, it was just coming out of high school, going in there. She went to Kent State, and she just always had that hustler's mentality. She was helping me, you know, innovate on my promotion. You know, when I was still doing college events and other, you know, concerts, and we had a little club slash restaurant. So she was, you know, part of my team. You know, so she always had that promotion games. You know, and then she was doing the music. She always knew how to promote herself or make herself, you know, the center of attraction. She just always knew how to do that. So when she went to school, she was going to school for fashion. So she was in the fashion thing, but she always had that knack for business. So I'm not surprised that she's doing well.
Yeah, that's what's up. You up next. You up next, okay?
Hey,
you already there. It's just moving to the next level. I'm definitely looking forward to working on some projects with you. I just told you I just retired, so I got so many ideas. But one thing I have had to learn to do is take one thing at a time because the way my ADHD works.
Yo, ADHD. No, tell me about that.
Man, because I have 1,000 ideas going through my head, and I've stopped doing that. But at one time, I would have 10 projects going. It's too much. I learned that I'd be like, somebody call me like, "Will you do this? Will you help me?" Yep, yes. I can do it. I can figure it out. And then you all over the place, and I can't put my name on anything unless I see it through. Right. So I will finish the project, but then you're drained. And what I am focusing more on is a couple of the projects and just making them super major. Okay. And like, because it's time to go to the next level for me. Okay. So anybody on my team, we to the next level. Y'all hear that? Okay. To the next level.
To the next level.
To the next level. Let's go. Hey,
we turned it up. Let's go.
But yeah, I mean, you have to because it's time and it's COVID did a lot for a lot of people. Like I always looked at it as a positive. People thought I was crazy when I would talk about it and I would say it. I'm like, this is a blessing because it made you kind of get more creative.
Right.
You had to think outside the box.
Right.
And you had to, you know, start doing things you wouldn't necessarily did. But also, it kind of connected you with people were really hungry to do things, and it connected you with people you would have never connected with. Like all the online people. I've met a lot of people online. I actually, before my divorce, just being honest and being transparent, I wasn't even on social media.
Really?
Yeah, like that's why people be like, "Where'd she come from?" I was in the church circuit. I was doing a lot of speaking, and I, had my books, but I was never a social media person because what people don't realize is I like to be more behind the scenes. It appears that I don't, but I do. I really like to be. I'm a writer,
Okay.
so like I like to write the script. I like to write the content, and then let other people, make it come to life. I really like to do the behind the scenes. I love writing. I'm a creative writer. So I have 1,000 ideas that I like to do, but I was never even on social media. I still learning how to work social media. I'm constantly calling Stacy or my kids. Now they're great at it, of course. They're my best, and my all of them actually have are kind of like you, like your son is in the industry. My twins are really super good at doing content, and they all have their own business. So they'll be like, "Ma, that's not. What did you do?" Like they'll be like, "Call me, take that post down, Ma. Edit that. You should have put this on here." I'm like, "Just do it for me." But I have that with me. But I'm just learning social media for real and really getting it together. I've probably only been on there probably 5 years. Well, most people been on there forever, right? That's what I'm new to it, but I see the value in it. It's the best place to have free advertising.
Right, right.
If you're not on social media, you're not gonna make it. I'm just being real. Now I should say that because you can do anything,
Right.
but it's much easier to reach somebody over in China from Cleveland on social media.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So
I've been on social media for a while, but I've always been. I kind of came out of that grassroots, hand in hand flyers, talking to people word of mouth. So my nature is that I'm still, even to this day, still learning how to do social media. I had a bad experience just before 2023 hit. Somebody hacked my page, my main page, and it was so depressing because, like, I really don't, like, personally, I don't really rock with social media, but when you need to promote, an event or you need to promote a business or anything business wise, I jump right on my social media, get back active like I never, left. So it didn't hurt me personally, but business wise, it did. And then when I kind of lost that, it made me realize how important social media was because when whoever this person was trying to basically, they trick you into, sending some kind of link, from another person that and then you trust that because it's somebody then you do it, then they snatch your page. So now they've been doing it to all my people, but a lot of my people been like people I've even heard for years. They'll just call me like, "Is this you? You doing this content?" Like, nah, somebody hacked my page, report them or whatever. So then that even made me feel worse. It's like
it's awful. That's awful. That's an awful feeling, especially you put all your time and energy, and then it just gets snatched away. That's a big hit. But I will say that you touched on a good thing. Now, don't get it twisted. Word of mouth is still great.
yeah,
I have really got some of my biggest paying gigs word of mouth.
okay,
So it is still good to be organically out there in a community, so people can kind of like feel your energy and know who you are.
right.
So don't get away from word of mouth because word of mouth is really, really good. People think emailing is not good. I try to teach this stuff when I do my classes. Emailing is still a phenomenal way to still contact people, but word of mouth is really great. Being out at other people's events and introducing yourself,
Yeah.
and just being out in the industry. That was part of the hardest thing for me at first because I really don't like to go out like that. But my artists keep me out a lot. Um, but I had to realize that this is part of, it's part of the game, and it works. It really does work. Just think about it. If you're in there, you're full of energy. Your artist is having a event that's successful, and people are looking at you like, oh, hey, they really doing it. Then they gravitate to you, and then that's how you just keep getting more gigs. So that's why I say, wherever y'all out there, whatever you're doing, you got to remember you are your brand at all times. Just take that side note, write that down.
You are your own brand at all times.
You are your own brand at all times. You know what I'm saying? When you out doing things, you promoting yourself. How do you connect with people? That's your brand. You're actually making being a brand ambassador for yourself.
Right, and that's why I wanted to link up with you because we have some events coming up. You know, two of them coming up on the same day actually, but they're kind of two different events. I'm working with my son, helping him promote an event. It's called the Big Stage Experience.
Oh, I like the way it sounds.
And that's going down at the Captivate. And it's after Summer Jam, so it's kind of like, to me, I think, like, you know, Summer Jam is like a signature event for Cleveland. So shout out to, you know, 107.9 Radio 1 for having that. Because I remember when I was in, you know, because I actually was born in New York, so I've been,
Okay.
So I've been back and forth, you know, from Cleveland, New York, like all my life. So, you know, when I was growing up and younger, like in high school or whatever, you know, that was New York's biggest concert was Summer Jam. You know, so when they started doing Summer Jam out here, I just kind of knew that was going to take off. So, you know, ever since they've been doing it, it's been big. So it's a good platform for people. So if you're an artist and you're trying to promote yourself, you need to be out because people are going to be out that day, whether they're at the concert, whether they're ever at one of the after parties, which, you know, I'm representing two of the after parties, you know, or two events. You know, like I said, my son's event, the Big Stage Experience, going down at Captivate is going to kind of be more like a wilding out situation where you party, you know, games and performances by some of your hot local artists. And then we got something for the older crowd. I'm doing something with Ray Jr. and Preem. It's called a jam, so it's like a 30 and over event.
Oh,
so,
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so shout out to Ray Jr., shout out to Preem. They're going to be holding it down over, and that's going down at Sausalito. So,
what up, Ray? What's up, Preem?
You know what I'm saying? Right down, you know, they right down the street. You know, it's like Boardwalk and Park Place. You know, hop on the board, get on with one
right
of them.
down the street.
Yeah,
right?
so.
But speaking of that, something major going on in the city today. East 99th is being renamed to Bone Thugs and Harmony Street today.
Okay, what time is that?
It's going on now.
It's happening now, but me and Reese,
yeah,
it was supposed to start at 12, but they had to start it at 1. So I think they finally did get it started. But they're down there right now, and you know we definitely want to say congratulations to Bone Thugs and Harmony getting their own street. They deserve it, man, and that's a major accomplishment.
Yeah. I mean. Really, like, even, you know, when I would be in New York and people would know I'd be in Cleveland, they would always ask me about Bone. Like,
Did they?
Where's East 99th Street? That's the first street they gonna ask about. Like, is that, what hood is that? Is it rough over there? Is it like this hood, like that hood? So, like, hoods everywhere always respect hearing other people's hoods because they want to know if it's like their hood or what is it like, or, you know, how was Bone? Did I meet Bone, or have I done anything with them? So, you know, shout out to Bone, you know, Lazy. I probably know him the best, but over the years I've met all of them and done stuff with them. So shout out to Lazy, Busy, Wish, Crazy, and Flesh. You know, congratulations on getting the street named after you. You deserve it. Y'all put East 99th on the map, so can't do nothing but respect it. It's nationwide.
Absolutely. That's what's up. So you got some big projects coming up that you're working on, and so if somebody wanted to get in touch with you and have you come out to film or do content, how do they get in touch with you?
They can call me, hit me on my cell phone, you know, 330-622-1174. My new IG, you know, so follow me on my new IG. It's Schoolhouse 91. My old IG used to be DJ True 91, but My new one is Schoolhouse 91. So anybody following me on DJ True 91, come over to Schoolhouse 91. Let's blow that page up.
Let's get his page back up, y'all.
Yeah,
Let's
get me
him
back up, man. You know, the
I'm gonna
hackers
put something on my page for you.
the hackers didn't got me, but you know, I ain't gonna let it get
They
me
can't
down.
stop him.
Yeah.
They can't stop True. He true to the game.
Yeah, come on now. So Schoolhouse 91 is the new IG. So you can hit me on that, follow me on that, you know, message me on that. And then just, you know, I'm old school. Hit me on my line, text me 330-622-1174. Call me. I'm out there. You know, you need content. We'll bring the team out, you know, whether it's me and my son, whether it's some of my other business partners, we'll definitely get your content game up.
That's what's up. And they are great.
Yeah, because we filmed Buzzworthy. I had
shout out to
show.
Buzzworthy. I got my Buzzworthy cup with me right now.
You know?
Yeah.
So
They're really awesome. Y'all do good work. I love seeing that father-son dynamic because I love seeing that generational elevation. That's something major, and that's very commendable to you as a father. I love to shout out good black men, and you definitely are representing that in our community, our culture. So, shout out to you. Keep that up, and look forward to y'all. To us, we getting ready to do something together. We getting ready to take over the world, right?
Right.
He on the team. We teaming up.
Yeah, we teaming up. We collabing.
We collabing out in these streets. But yeah, you gotta just keep up the good work. I know we gonna go have a little meeting.
Yeah.
We still doing our meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. We gonna go do our little meeting. I know y'all used to me being on Saturdays, on Friday. I got a lot of stuff to do today, okay? A lot today. A lot. But y'all keep tuning in to No Static Radio, the voice of the revolution. They are phenomenal. Shout out to Great Peaches. It's a new show on Tuesdays. I don't know what Great College Show, Grapevine.
Yeah, it's the Grapevine show.
Grapevine.
Yeah, Great Peaches.
Shout out to the Grapevine show. I think I'm on there on the 22nd or something like that. I'll be up here in the studio. But that's another person that we've been doing some collabing together in the comedy world. And I hosted a show for him last week.
They said you killed it.
It was really good.
Yeah, they said you killed it.
And then he kept texting me like, I keep watching the video over and over and it's good. I'm like, first of all, what made you think I wasn't? I've been that girl, okay? Like, you better check my resume. But no, Grape is, he's funny. Him and his wife, Miss Grape.
Yeah.
No, it's always a vibe. So yeah, No Static Radio, man. We elevating over here.
Yeah, make sure y'all go vote for us on clevelandscene.com.
Okay.
Under God dog, and people in places, go vote for No Static Radio.
Oh, see, I gotta do that.
Yeah, best radio station.
Vote every day. Vote it up.
Yeah.
I'm voting.
Yeah.
I'm voting.
Cleveland Scene on the Cleveland. Now, how you get in touch again?
Yeah,
Say it again.
clevelandscene.com and just go to voting, or tap in voting, and it'll take you to the page where it's tons of categories.
Oh, we about to win this.
Yeah.
I'm about to blow this up.
Tons of categories.
We about to blow this up.
Yeah, we gotta vote. No Static Radio out here doing their
Best
thing.
radio station in Ryan Polk for best actor and comedian.
Yes, he is always in all of. Okay, Ryan don't play.
He
He's
really about that life.
He is about that life for real, and I love it. You got to be that way. I seen Ryan last week. I was in the Body Miracles fashion show, and I'm seeing him walk. I'm like, "Oh, you in a fashion show?" He was like, "Nope, I want a gig right around the corner. I'm getting ready to go. We was doing something for Disney. I hope he got that." But it's a lot of great people on this show. And I love the voice of the revolution. No Static Radio. I'll be here every Saturday, 1 to 3. And I really got some big things going on. Me and Marie about to do some stuff together. And anyway, hey, the thing I want to leave y'all with, I told y'all, of course, y'all know I've had a lot of like, I guess, tragedy going on. I got to go to Cincinnati for this last funeral because I'm not letting any more come into my life. I'm over it. Let it go. But don't get caught up in the sadness. Like, you really have to find a way to see what's happening and what's part of your journey. And then remember that you have to wake up every morning and say, what are you going to do tomorrow that's going to make a difference? What are you going to do tomorrow that's going to make a difference? If you get caught up in a BS, if you get caught up and everything that's going on that's not going right, you're going to stay there. It's law of attraction. So you can't cry it out every day. You can't stay down in that place. You got to find a way to vibrate high. It's up to you. Nobody can do anything. We create our own journey. So if your life is chaotic, it's you. And people don't like to take, it's the truth. They don't like to take responsibility. If my life is not synchronized and it's not going right and it's not aligned right, it's me. I got to look at what I am doing and then I got to change it. And that doesn't mean you're a bad person. That means you need to make different decisions. We all have to reevaluate. And it's just like getting a tune up on your car. You got to tune it up to keep it going right? Tune yourself up. Look at who you're aligned with. Absolutely. Look who you're aligned with. Look who's in your circle. And then sometimes you got to change things. You got to make those hard decisions. And tell some of them friends that only call you with toxic mess that you can't be bothered right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, every once in a while you have a moment you're going to listen to a little gossip, but that cannot be your life. So stay focused. You are born from greatness. So there's no reason why you are not great. If you're not, reevaluate and make it happen. Because right now, I'm on the takeover. So if you in my world right now, we about to win. Peace and love. See ya. So yeah, we're gonna go take some pictures, and then I'm gonna tag you from the static because I meant to tell you we actually just did a film over here. This is just my stuff. Okay. But it's an actual real page, so I want to make sure. Do you use your Facebook?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, all right. So you see me tag you and stuff.
Yeah.